it's still, we should be able to take a game, especially after our showing versus SSG. Regardless, like we have to be able to compete with the better players or the better teams, especially with the people that are on our roster. We were just doing very bad in scrims. Things were just not going well. We still will have our issues even without K on the team. We will just, we just need something. We need more firepower. We just need more on the map. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was on Optic and we let go of Ola for Formal, the reasoning was because we wanted more firepower on the map, more damage. That's what map like does. That's literally, you can watch his gameplay. That's what that motherfucker does. So that's like kind of what we need on the map. We just need like a breath of fresh air. So we just needed a change, and it sucks that we had to make this change because I love the team and everybody, and we got along great outside of game. It's just in game we couldn't get it together. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to do better. We have to. There's no excuse, and it's not all on K. It's not all on K. Trust me. It's a whole entire team thing. Like we are all like we're still playing catch up. We're almost there. We're almost there, and we're on the right track. We have good showings, man. We have really good showings, and that makes me believe. That essentially just makes me believe that what we're doing will eventually pay off. You know what I'm saying? So, do you truly believe placing just one player will be sufficient enough? Yes, because in Halo Infinite, this isn't back in the day, Matt. Because back in the day, you could change one player and it might not make that big of a difference. In Halo Infinite, you change one player, it makes a world of a difference. It changes your whole system and everything, because this game is very, very team oriented. And yes, it matters because one player, like say if one player's like not picking up certain reads or whatnot, and this just could be in matchmaking or something like that. One person on your team is not playing the best in matchmaking. You see it, and it's very apparent because you can't play 3v4 in this game. You can't carry. You can't like this is me just talking about matchmaking. I'm not speaking about okay. I'm not talking about carrying him. I'm talking about just you have to all be for doing your 25%. You know what I'm saying? You have to be doing that 25%. Or else if you're doing like 15%, then that's going to be it will reflect in the gameplay for your team. You know what I'm saying? It will be hard for your team to make certain pushes or to hold certain setups because you can't hold a setup when it's 3v4, because as soon as the game becomes 3v4, the other team's going to be pushing and trying to press that advantage. So you have to be aware. What would it take to break into the top six in your eyes? Does it come back to consistency? I mean, that just comes back to us just figuring it out because we're not like bad. We're not bad. We're just have a bad showing right now. You know what I'm saying? We just need more understanding. What does it take to break into the top six? I mean, I think it's just practice. I think obviously we have the potential, but it's just practice. It's not like we can't compete with them. It's just practice. It's just practice and just getting on the same page. Like I said, just the fundamentals. Once we get the fundamentals down, then everything else will fall into place. You know what I'm saying? But back to what we were talking about. Again, I wish Collect the best, and I'm sorry that it didn't work out. I wish it could have. On paper, our team should have been performing a lot better than what we were doing, and unfortunately, it wasn't clicking. So a lot of people are asking, is Sparty your fourth? Because the timing of the Sparty announcement and our announcement just seemed too good to not be involved, like with one another. You know what I'm saying? Restricted means he's still under contract. Unrestricted means he's not. Our decision was made before Sparty got released. We made our decision already having our fourth confirmed. It is really dangerous nowadays to make a roster change without having your fourth on board 100%, because going back to the last shot situation, we made that roster change for him and he wasn't technically 100% on board, even though we thought he was. And that put us in a bit of a pickle. Nowadays it's a lot different with contracts, but I will tell you this. Sparty, he got released from his team after our decision was already made. So we are not picking up Sparty. I do wish him the best. I do know what's going on with Sen. Obviously, I'm not going to disclose that. I know what's going on. I'm in the loop of what's going on in the team changes, but our fourth is already decided, and I'm very, very happy with our fourth. I'm excited to get to work with our fourth. I will say this: our fourth, they signed last night or the night before or yesterday, I think, sometime. So our fourth has signed, so it is like 100% confirmed. It's not like a if. So 100% we have our fourth. The announcement should be very, very soon. Are you screaming today? Not today. We are screaming tomorrow. So that's why I think that since we are scrimming tomorrow, the announcement has to be either today or tomorrow. So it's better to have the announcement before the scrim. Excuse me. A lot of people have been saying Gunplexion. Gunplexion's got a lot of supporters. Fortunately, it is not Gunplexion. It's not Gunplexion. Let you guys know that. I'm not. I'm keeping it real when I tell you like it's not Sparty. It's not Gunplexion. Like I'm keeping it real when I say that. It ain't Bob. I'll tell you that right now. That they need to investigate that motherfucker. 343 needs to investigate Bob expeditiously because that man, dude, Bob dead ass like he is preposterous. Like that is a preposterous player. We playing. Nick and I were playing with him the other day, and that motherfucker was going 1-20 on Argyle, bro. 1-20. He literally is like a Spartan bot, just going straight for the OBJ. Like 1-20. 1-20. That's frustration. I can't even give a free lesson on that point. Like that's just, dude. That's what he did. We won the game. Won the game surprisingly. How does the work ethic of your current team compare to when you were on Optic? You know, like I said, our issues that we're trying to like figure out, like on Optic, it was obviously we can notice what our issues are because also we're beating a lot of teams, you know, like handedly. So, you know, with this team, you know, we have a very good work ethic. You know, we all grind outside the game or outside of scrims. We all have good effort inside of scrims. We go over theater. The one thing that we are trying to do more, and that's something that we haven't done, that or something that Optic does still, and that we did while I was on Optic, that I'm trying to make sure we incorporate now on this team is going over maps, but also running around the maps and figuring out stuff as a core five, not just four people, but five with your coach also in the lobby. And you can work on everything from spawns to rotations, everything where you want to be in setups, but running around the map. So that's something that we're trying to incorporate now that we haven't really done so before. He said, how are you planning to build chemistry with the fourth only 2 weeks before Arlington? Well, or you meant 2 weeks before London, but we have a lot of time before London. We have like 4 weeks, so we have a lot of time just for practice and, like I said, going over stuff like in a extensive manner. What is the timing for the change? Did it happen just after Arlington? Just didn't get announced for a bit. So the team change just happened like a few days ago, but it wasn't like we were planning to do the team change after Arlington. We wanted to keep the change or the team same team, but we just were not doing well. And the thing is, the reason why these team changes have to happen hastily is because there's not a lot of time. There's one less event this year, and all the online tournaments matter a lot, especially for qualification. So you got to factor that in, and that's why you also see a lot of COD team changes now too. Is because, or a lot of them so fast, is because there's not a lot of time left before champs, and they lost a lot of time like in their season 2. I think they lost 1 to 2 events, so they only have four events total. Same with us in regular season and champs. So. What kind of player are you guys looking to pick up? A damage machine, main slate type of cat, or just someone who's OBJ efficient and well-rounded? I think just someone who's well-rounded, but their specialty is slaying. You know what I'm saying? We wanna get somebody that's well-rounded, but their specialty is getting kills. And that's not me saying that Kate does not, but this is something that would help us as a team if we just get more reads on the map, more understanding. So we just need more understanding of the game, and that's where it comes down to like individual like awareness. And that's what we're trying to improve on, because once we get that down, it will be easy to build on that, because once we get that small part down, then we'll be able to just keep going.